Before we discuss ascent of sap, let us have an overview of transport of water and minerals in plants. As you all know that water and minerals are transported throughout the plant body, and we are going to have an overview of how these are transported and what are the special conducting tissues that are present for the transportation of water, minerals and food throughout the plant. So let's have an overview of what is it? Transportation in plants. As you all know that in our human body also we have blood that is circulated. So that circulation system, that is the transportation system in plants is there. As we have discussed earlier that plants prepare their own food using simple compound inorganic sources, so carbon dioxide, water along with some raw materials, and how this is how plants manufacture their food by using inorganic sources. And this energy that they need is provided by what? It is provided by sunlight, and the food is manufactured in chlorophyll of the leaves. And the plants require raw materials like soil, nitrogen, phosphorus and other minerals to build their bodies. Okay, so these all minerals are provided by soil. The plants absorb raw materials from soil with the help of roots which are in contact with the soil. So roots are important. If distance between soil, root and chlorophyll is small, then energy needed is less and raw materials can easily diffuse into all plant body. Means diffusion can take place and this can be transported. But if distance between soil, root and chlorophyll is large, in such cases what is going to happen? It needs more energy and more raw materials, and these raw materials cannot diffuse. So we need some special mechanism. So in such cases a proper system of transportation is essential, a proper mechanism is essential. In case of what? In case of tall trees. So remember that energy requirement varies from different plants, okay, and as plants do not move and plant bodies have large dead cells in many tissues, as a result plants have low energy needs and use slow transport system. So this is how the presence of transport system is essential. So in case of tall plants, tall distance plants, a transport system is also very large, right? So why do plants need a transport system? Why plants need a transport system? Plants need water, minerals, salts and raw materials for photosynthesis in order to survive, right? And you already know this quite well. And the water and mineral salts from soil is transported into plants through what? Through roots of the plant. And these can only be transported through the water carrying tissues in the stem, which is also known as what? They are also known as xylem. Water and mineral conducting tissues of the plant are known as xylem, and product of photosynthesis prepared in leaves are transported to other parts of the plant with a special conducting tissue which transports food throughout the plant parts, and that tissue is phloem. It is going to transport food. So these are special carrying tubes which transport food. Let us discuss transport of water through xylem tissue. You know, in xylem tissue, vessels and trachees are the two types of transport tissue in plants. Both vessels and trachees consist of thick celled walls. You can see that the cell walls of vessels and trachees are thick cell walls. Then trachees are single celled, shorter in length, whereas vessels, you see, they are several celled and much longer than trachees. They are longer in size. So in xylem, vessels and trachees of root, stem and leaves are interconnected to facilitate continuous water conduction system to all parts of the plant. So in stem, leaves and root, there is a continuous conduction system of xylem vessels, and the water transports upward against the force of gravity with the help of what? With the help of these xylem vessels. So in the movement of water upwards, plants have two types of strategies. Let us see what are these strategies of transportation of water or the absorption of water. What is going to happen? As the xylem vessels of root are in contact with soil, it actively absorbs the water ions. The xylem is going to absorb water ions, and see how these water ions move. When root is contact with the soil, soil has more concentration of water and root has less concentration of water. So obviously a difference in concentration is there, due to which there is movement of ions from the roots to the xylem. So this concentration difference facilitates movement of water ions. Next, to balance the difference in water ions between root and soil, water moves into root, which means a steadily or continuous movement of water into xylem of roots, which creates column of water steadily pushing upwards. So due to cohesion force also, cohesion attraction also, these water molecules are going to form long continuous chains. So next, in xylem, the flow of water is bulk flow and negative pressure facilitates movement of water and minerals into roots. So this is negative gravity pressure. So now, as you all know that we have discussed transport of water and nutrients in plants, we have given overview of this transport of water and nutrients in plants. Let us solve this and see how you can make a flow chart of the sequence of events, and we have an understanding of how the events are going to take place in the absorption of water and nutrients in plants. Let us move to the first point. You see that roots absorb water and minerals in dash form such as nitrates, phosphates, etc. I have left some blank so that you think over it and just give an idea or have an idea of what is going to come here. So let's see, roots absorb water and minerals in inorganic form. Why here we are going to write inorganic form? You all know that they are minerals, nitrates and phosphates. They have given example, the nitrates and phosphates. So they are all what? They are inorganic forms, not organic. So roots absorb water and minerals in inorganic forms such as nitrates, phosphates, etc. from dash through dash. So from what? From soil through. The first absorption is, we have discussed in the animation, through root hairs, from root, right, and roots and have root hairs from where first absorption is going to take place. So roots absorb water. First step is roots are going to absorb water and minerals in inorganic form from such forms such as nitrates, phosphates, etc. from soil through what? Through root hairs. Next we move on to second, water and minerals from soil are transported from dash to various parts of the plant as dash through dash vessels. So water and minerals from soil are transported from, they are transported from what? They are transported from soil, so to various parts of the plant as dash through dash vessels. So water and minerals from soil are transported from